Hello and welcome to Theme Park Plunge, the very first episode of my podcast. And we have a special guest today to help continue the conversation. We got Jamie Battle / Piplup James, a big fan of Pokemon.
And malls and theme parks and public transit. And that's my baby right here.
Public transit. So do you own a car or do you just use public transit?
Mainly public transit because I live in DC, but I rent cars like every once in a while.
Okay, that's cool. We got somebody here. Leslie, I was hoping Top Thrill 2 reopens this weekend, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm going to Cedar Point this Tuesday, May 21st, and I love to ride it. Yeah, so I was at Kings Island today, which I'll also get into. But since the people want what the people want, we'll talk about Top Thrill 2. And the first thing I'm going to do then is I am going to bring up a screen. We're going to go to the entire screen and we are going to just share Twitter. Okay? And today I saw this on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like they were taking apart parts of the Silver Train and doing something. It seems to be near the wheels. Now, not only did I see that, but I also saw a post of them saran wrapping the water dummies to the actual train itself. And I seen a bunch of tweets of people saying that they're shipping the Silver Train out. And that is unique, but it was testing last night. There was people who saw it from Hotel Breakers testing. Now, were they testing the Silver Train? I don't know. I don't know if they could tell what train was testing. I don't know if the problems right now are just with the Silver Train or with all the trains. I would assume that if something happened to the Silver Train, that maybe it could potentially happen to the other two trains. But it just seems to me that the Silver Train seems to be the most problematic at the moment from what I've seen. But I'm just guessing based on what I see. What do you think? Have you seen anything different?
Not really, but when I left work last night, I got a tweet from Theme Park Predictions on Brandon Stoff. And I did see the tweet that someone was testing the ride from the hotel. So I hope it'll get running, but I'm not expecting the next few weeks at the earliest.
Well, the thing I would say, it's interesting because the other thing they did was CoasterMania sold out. I got my ticket to CoasterMania. I couldn't resist. I saw Tony Clark's tweet, and I'm like, bye.
Go.
And I bought the ticket, so I'm going. But here's the itinerary. It changed, okay? So it used to say 7:30 to 10 a.m., Top Thrill 2. Right now, it's been updated to say Top Thrill 2 is currently closed, and we cannot confirm a reopening at this time. A substitution will be made in the event that Top Thrill 2 is not open. So, they're not... Well, here's the thing. If it was for sure not going to open by CoasterMania, they would have just taken it right out, I think. Or they're just trying to leave everybody in limbo. But the fact that they're testing it and they haven't removed it from the CoasterMania itinerary leads me to think that there's hope that it opens soon. So could it be by May 21st? I don't know. I'd say it's not likely, but it could happen. It could happen. So I'd keep praying because, there's a chance, right? We don't know. If they're testing it, who knows? What if the other two trains are okay and they decide to run those two trains? Who's to say? But if you do go to Top Thrill 2, my suggestion to guarantee yourself a ride is to get the Fast Lane Plus. And normally I'm like, try to avoid that. But when I was there, I got the Fast Lane from Greg, who's also an MCN, Melanin Coaster Network member. Greg gave me the Fast Lane. The ride was open for all of an hour, and I waited 12 minutes to get on Top Thrill 2. And if I could reach it. I don't know if I can. It's kind of dark. I have a button, the first rider button, which I got from that ride. And 12 minutes way better than later in the day when I waited 2.5 hours for the
Oh yeah.
ride. I think it's worth every single penny. You have a gold pass to Cedar Point. Awesome. I have the
Mm.
gold pass to Kings Island with the all park passport. So my park or pass is good at all the parks. And what was great about it is having that all park passport is I was able to enter Cedar Point a whole hour early and
Mm.
get some ride times. And that's how I got my ride time on Wild Mouse, because that doesn't have a very fast load time. Kind of has a line just because it takes so long to cycle through the people. And so yeah, I used it for that, and that was kind of nice to have. And I think it's great to have a pass. It's so much easier because I went today. I didn't have to pay anything. Like, I didn't have to pay to park. I didn't have to pay to get in the park. I didn't have to pay for any of my drinks because I have the drink pass. And so far this season, I've been to Kings Island 4 times, I think, because I got it at the end of 2023. Cedar Point twice, Kings Dominion, and Carowinds. I think I've already got my money's worth
There you
out
go.
of that pass that quickly. Do you have a pass to the Cedar Fair, or
I got get a new one, but I'm been a platinum member for SeaWorld Park since 2020, but I've always been a pass holder for Busch Gardens, Williamsburg since 2009. And
okay,
I'm also I think a platinum or one of those for Six Flags America.
okay? So you didn't get one for King's Dominion?
Not for Cedar Fair, but not
Yeah,
yet though.
you can't be too far from King's Dominion if you're close to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yeah, that's basically my first theme park south of me is King's Dominion.
Really,
Yeah,
that's awesome. King's Dominion is a wonderful. I love that park. I love that park too. I think Virginia's got two of the best parks. I really do. King's Dominion and Busch Gardens, Williamsburg are wonderful, wonderful parks. And anyway, this itinerary for CoasterMania, 6:30 a.m. check-in. Nah, no,
ooh.
nah.
What do you think this is? School?
Check-ins available at the Magnum XL gate only. Bring in your ticket and admission with the season pass. Okay. Yeah, I got the season pass, so I had to pay $50 for the ticket, and it comes with one of those made to thrill posters just for the event and a commemorative pin. I think it comes with a meal and a boat ride around the whole peninsula. And I figured, see, why I did it is like, I figured it's probably a one-time thing, really, because it's always the same weekend as Holiday World's Hollywood Nights. And so every once in a while, it seems like every couple years or every 4 years, they don't fall on the same weekend. And they didn't fall on the same weekend this time. And so I already have tickets to Hollywood Nights, so I get to go to
Me
that.
too.
And I was like, I'm going to go to Cedar Point because I don't know if I'll get another opportunity to do this or not. So let's just do it, because who knows what next year will bring. Maybe I'll go to Hollywood Nights. Maybe I won't go to any of them. Who knows? But I don't know about being there at 6:30 in the morning.
Looks like going to work.
7 a.m. Magnum XL gate open. So you get there at 6:30, but the gate doesn't open till 7. For CoasterMania guests only. No other guests. Then from 7:30 to 9, you get exclusive ride time on Millennium Force, and then up till 10 a.m. on Magnum XL and Top Thrill 2 if it is open, right? But also between 9 and 10 is Raptor and Valraven. Those are right there. So all those are at the same time. So like my course of action would probably be Magnum XL, because I didn't ride that ride when I was there a couple weeks ago. Top Thrill 2. If it's open, I definitely will ride multiple times. And Valraven. I didn't go on Valraven last time. And then it looks like we get to pick up our souvenirs we talked about and then go on that cruise. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be cool to go on that boat ride around the park. I mean, it's going to get some good views of some of the rides that I don't normally get, and it should give me some cool footage. There's going to be a photo op of some kind. Top Thrill 2. Hopefully that sticks, right?
It should.
And then you get a dinner. That's the meal. And a Q&A session with Mike Maney, VP of Maintenance and Construction, about Top Thrill 2. And then 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, you get exclusive ride time on Woodstock Express if you want the credit. Wilderness Run and Gemini. I'll take a ride on Gemini. I don't really care about Woodstock Express. And then we got exclusive ride time from 12:45 to 12:30 a.m. or 10:45 to 12:30 a.m. Steel Vengeance and Maverick. Those are going to be phenomenal night rides. I can't wait for those two at night. Honestly, it's an almost perfect itinerary. If Top Thrill 2 opens, it's almost perfect. And if it doesn't, I still get the boat ride, the freebies, and the nighttime ERT. So it's still a win. And I've been on Top Thrill 2 before, so I'm excited. I know that you have to wait till August, but I know August can't come soon enough, probably, so you could get your Top Thrill 2 credit. Hopefully, it's open in August. I would hope so by then.
Should be.
Should be. Yeah.
Should be, yeah.
So you went to Busch Gardens last week.
Yep, last Thursday.
Last Thursday. Did you ride anything besides Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah, so all the coasters, but Invader, which not that I don't care for, but it's a good ride. Dark Coaster is only open on weekends because of staffing, and I don't know if I went past Grover, but all the other coasters I've been on, I had done tapings on them.
Yeah. What's your favorite ride at Busch Gardens?
Pantheon.
Pantheon?
Yes.
Did you get on Pantheon?
I did 3 videos on Pantheon. Of course, one you saw. I got 2 more to put up, and there might be a surprise at the end of one of the rides.
Here's a question for you. What is your favorite roller coaster at Cedar Point? Leslie's is Steel Vengeance and Valraven.
Steel Vengeance.
Steel Vengeance is your favorite. That's a lot of people's favorites, the Steel Vengeance.
Even though I've only been on it twice ever, I love Steel Vengeance.
My favorite is Top Thrill 2. I can't, nothing can beat.
Since you've been on it, yeah.
Nothing can beat that rush, man. That rush is so awesome. My second choice would be Steel Vengeance, but Maverick is so good too. I mean, like, really, there's 3 of those coasters are in my top 10, and they're all at the same park, which is insanity. We'll see how things change when I go to Florida this summer. I think Maverick will probably stay in, though. Maverick is just so damn good.
Maverick's been my top 10 since I first rode it, and it was a daggone surprise.
Like, literally, when I went to Cedar Point those 2 days a couple weeks ago, it was like I went on Steel Vengeance 3 times. 3 times on Steel Vengeance. Once on Maverick, twice on Top Thrill 2. A handful of other rides, but like literally it's hard for me, like when I go to that park, to go on other rides because I'm like so like, oh my god, I get to ride Top Thrill 2 or Steel Vengeance or Maverick. It's like why would I want to go stand in line for Rougarou when I could just get in line for Steel Vengeance? Now, I did get on Rougarou for the first time since I rode Mantis. Yeah, it was bad. They had this sign. They had a sign there, and it said, "Remove your earrings before riding." And
That's bad news.
I was like, I should have took a sign from that because it was like my head was bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball on that ride, and it hurt so bad. I was like, I like literally like maybe 30 seconds in that ride. I'm like, get me off right now. I want off. I want off. And I don't know if I'll ever ride it again. And I used to enjoy it when it was Mantis when it first opened. It was great. The stand up coaster kind of died unless you go to SeaWorld Orlando. But yeah, I like how you called it Ruffaroo because that's exactly
It is rougher.
I'm like, what the hell did they do to this ride? How do you make it worse than the Mantis? They found a way. I want a Dominator King's Dominion, and that wasn't anywhere near as bad as Rougarou.
No. I mean, Dominator has a little jolt, but not as bad as Rough Room.
Yeah, it does have a little bit, but it's not. It's like you get off the ride, you get off what is it, Dominator, and you're like, that was okay. That was pretty decent. That was bad. That wasn't bad at all. Ruffaroo, you're like, never again.
Ow.
Never again am I getting on that ride. Or if I do, I need one of those like karate sparring like helmets where they put the foam around your head so that you can survive the ride. Oh, I need to give Leslie. I need to give Valraven another chance because I've only ridden it once, and I do need to give it another chance because when I rode it, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought, it's okay, but I need to get on it again for sure. And I think I probably want to go towards the back because I think I rode in the front. So I think I'd like to try the back and see what I think of Valraven because a lot of people love Valraven and a lot of people are like, it's you like it?
Well, I come from a park that has a dive coaster that I ride often, so I'm used to it. And also, Valraven was my 100th.
Your 100th coaster?
Yes.
Wow. My 100th coaster was Goliath at Six Flags Great America. And it was recently, but I've since been on like 20 more coasters. Because my coaster count is climbing very rapidly with my return to the theme parks. Because I go to all these parks and I'm like, I think I'm close, like around 120, maybe to 130. I don't know. Somewhere in there. I really got to go and like go look at it again. But like, I actually ended up getting 3 credits on my last Cedar Point visit because I got Top Thrill 2, I got Rougarou, and I got the mouse, right? The wild mouse. Wild mouse. Yeah. Leslie says, yeah, it's a good roller coaster. Whenever I get to ride Top Thrill 2, I'm sure that'll become my favorite roller coaster. I can't wait to experience for my first time when I get a chance to. I hope you do, and for what it's worth, a lot of people were telling me it was rough. I did not experience roughness on Top Thrill 2, but I did not ride the Silver Train. I rode the Black Train twice and the Blue Train, and it was smooth. It was just like Prime from Melanin Coaster Network said in that point of view video where he goes butter smooth. It was smooth. I didn't have a problem with it. So all these people say it's rough. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because most of the time I hear something's rough and they're right. Like I rode the Banshee today at Kings Island. That thing is rough as hell now. I don't know what happened to it, but it is so jerky. I can't. I don't know. It's
my favorite invert. Snake, what happened?
It's just rough, I think. You could ride it. Are you going to go after Cedar Point with Prime and us?
More than likely.
We're going to go to Kings Island the day after Cedar Point in August. And, yeah, you can make a judgment call. I know Monique still loves it. It's a good ride, but it's jerky. Not as jerky as Ruffaroo. That's for damn sure. Nothing's as rough as that.
Yeah, that's the bottom of the barrel for B&M.
I still love Alpengeist. I'm very partial to Alpengeist, but it is a little bit rougher than it was back in the day. It's not as bad as Banshee.
It's aggressive now. It's always been aggressive since I've been on it in 2006.
Yeah, the 170-foot drop, that thing's great. I mean, that was always my favorite. But I did go to Carowinds a week or two after that, and I rode Afterburn, which is smooth for some reason. I
Mhm.
was just shocked at how smooth
Oh,
Afterburn was.
that's probably the only B&M Paramount ever brought, and it's one of the best ones.
Yeah. Um, I was surprised at Apollo's Chariot when I went to Busch Gardens in April because Apollo's Chariot, I kind of remember it not being too nice. But then when I rode it at Busch Gardens this last time, 25 years later, it was smooth. It was really smooth. It was a really good ride. I really enjoyed Apollo's Chariot. And I was shocked at how much I enjoyed Apollo's Chariot. It like
Good.
there's I don't know if there's anything at Busch Gardens where I was like, no, Invader's meh. Invader's meh. I don't care about
I mean,
Invader.
it's meh, but I made a paper on that ride opening day, so it's a soft spot for that ride.
You do?
Yeah.
I loved Verbolten. That's like one of my favorite. That's
Yes.
one of my favorite family rides. And if you haven't been on Verbolten, I won't spoil it. But there's things that happen in there you just do not expect. Man, Verbolten is such a good roller coaster, and I wish I would have bought some Verbolten merch. The next time I go there, I'll have to see if there's any and buy some because
They got some good ones.
Verbolten's amazing. I didn't buy any Pantheon merch either because I didn't know if I was going to get on it because the first day I didn't get on the ride, obviously, and I had to go back the second day to get the credit. And then I got 5 rides, and I love Pantheon. It's in my top 10. It's that backward.
Mine's too.
The part about the backward launch on Pantheon that is better than Top Thrill 2, even though it's not as fast, is you get like an airtime hill going backwards on Pantheon, and then the stall and that first inversion. It's I mean they're so different from each other, but a lot of people are like they compare, and I don't know why, because like I think Top Thrill 2 is about the rush. You just get this amazing rush, and it's like 30 seconds, and it's over. And I think Pantheon's more about like the whole experience. It's just a longer ride. It's solid all the way through, and I love both of them for sure. I'm hoping more people get on Top Thrill 2 so they could experience it because I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, they're not used to a backwards launch, and I come from a park that has 500 feet from each other.
Let's see, backwards launch.
Tempesto.
Okay. I will be honest with you. That's the one I skipped. I was like, I don't know if I want to go on Tempesto. I probably will go on it next time, but it doesn't look like my type of ride.
Yeah, just don't go in the back rows of the car. They are very slim, especially your size.
Yeah, I know I'll fit because I saw a video of somebody that was like 30 or 40 pounds bigger than me get on it. So
yeah,
I know that I would fit now. I didn't know if I would, but I also looked at it and go, I don't know if I even want to mess with that. And I heard about the comfort collars.
yeah.
So it didn't sound like a very comfortable experience.
It's a tedious process getting into the trains. Period.
It is.
It is. It's tedious.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as a Busch Gardens type attraction.
I was shocked when they built it. I was like, oh, and they didn't announce anything until Passover Day in 2015. And I was like, what is this ride? And why is it going to my park instead of Six Flags America?
It does sound like a Six Flags ride. And a lot of the Six Flags rides, it's weird because, like, have any of them opened yet this year? The ones, like, there's supposed to be a Super Boomerang at Great Adventure.
That's still being built. Hollywood Studios is being updated at like every week. But the structure is coming along.
Does Top Thrill 2 have seatbelts? No, it does not have any seatbelts, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
I think seatbelts are dumb. Every time I go to a Cedar Fair park, like I was at Kings Island today, and I have to buckle the seatbelt to get on Diamondback or Orion,
Yeah,
that seatbelt's not doing anything. If that
no,
clamshell comes up, that seatbelt's done. It's not doing anything. It's a waste. They're only there because it's cheaper on their insurance, I guess.
parents. Hmm.
But if you go to like a SeaWorld or a Busch Gardens, they don't have seatbelts.
No,
And it's
no.
great. I loved it. I was like, I love Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is wonderful. There's none of these annoying seatbelts on the rides. But Top Thrill 2 is the most comfortable seat in any roller coaster I have ever sat in. I am a bigger person. I'm 5'11", I'm 270 pounds, and I sat in that seat, and it was like sitting in a comfortable, like nice, cushy car almost. I mean, like it wasn't cushy, but like it was really comfortable, and there was lots of room, and I could just pull the thing down, and there was no like shoulder restraint. It just like comes down, and then it like just on like Pantheon. It's the same type of restraint as Pantheon, except it's
Yeah.
even roomier.
Mm.
It's like just a little bit better than the ones on Pantheon or Velocicoaster, and absolutely loved the seats on Top Thrill 2, my favorite. I'm really hoping that this fiasco with Top Thrill 2 doesn't hurt Samperla, because I love their lightning train, I love their restraint, I love their seats. I want more of these things because it makes me very happy. It brings insurance down, is what Ricardo says. Yep, it sure does, I guess. But I guess SeaWorld and Busch Gardens don't care. Either that or they're better negotiators. I bet you they're better negotiators.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more of a premium park, too. Like, it's like when you look back at things now, I remember when SeaWorld was trying to buy Cedar Fair, and I was like, oh no, I don't want that to happen. And now
No.
Cedar Fair is merging with Six Flags. I'm like, man, I wish SeaWorld would have bought Cedar Fair. Because, I mean, there are some good Six Flags. There are some good Six Flags. I think Fiesta Texas, from what everybody says, I know you've been, is a premium Six Flags park. I think Great America's pretty good. What I've seen at St. Louis is it looks pretty good, but there you have lacking some rides.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of horror stories about Great Adventure. And
I think I gotten lucky at Great Adventure.
really?
The times I went, I got good experiences. Not perfect, but good experiences.
Georgia, I've heard a lot of bad experiences about.
Yeah, even though it's my first one, it's like again, I missed the mess.
Yeah. I think their management cares, though. I do. I think they're very aggressive. At least they were a year ago at trying to get social media, get people to come to Six Flags Over Georgia, that type of thing. But I hear a lot of people complaining, at least online. And I hear about Great Adventure, about all the rides that are closed this year. The drop of doom is closed all year. You have a world record drop ride that people like if I go to Six Flags Great Adventure, that drop ride is on my list of like top 5 things I want to do. And now it's closed all year.
The thing was, it was open right before they said it was closed all year. It was open days before. The last time I was there, I rode that thing like 4 times because I wanted to duel with King Daka. Because it didn't used to do that before, but I think 2021 they allowed to do that again.
Yeah. I was just looking at some things here. Yeah, I really want to experience that. I think it's a 400-foot drop. And it looks so intense from like the point of views when you watch that. I'm like, oh, I really want to do that. That is an attraction worth losing weight for. Not a Vacoma SLC.
Dude, I'm in no rush to go back to Six Flags America. I'm in no rush.
No rush. I would like to go because they have my old favorite ride from Six Flags Great America. When I remember going on Iron Wolf when I was a kid, And
Yep.
they got Iron Wolf. Now they made it a sit down, so I hope it's not as bad as Rougarou.
Uh,
It sounds pretty bad.
uh,
It's rough.
a little. But again, my last time there was 2020, October 2020.
It's not as bad as Rougarou, is it? Nothing's as bad as Rougarou. Please tell me.
Uh, just as bad, but then again, I'm going off of 4 years of memories.
Are most of the well, no, Dominator. I like I said, I was on Dominator and the floorless. That was not as bad. So I guess it
I
can't be
think
all the floorless.
I think the only floors I've not been on is Wildfire. We're going there in July.
Wildflower. That's a sit down. I mean, not a sit down, a floorless.
I think that's a floorless.
Okay, I thought maybe it was sit down like Kumba, but maybe it is floorless. I don't know. I'd have to look and
Yeah,
see.
Taylor just put a video on it the other day on his channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Silver Dollar City. It's like they got those two big rides that everybody wants to ride: Outlaw Run and Time
Time
Traveler.
Traveler.
And then everything else is like, okay, we'll do it. I think Outlaw Run's gonna be amazing at night. I hear that the night ride on Outlaw Run is just like
you can't
one of the
you
best
can't see
night
nothing.
rides. Yeah. So what's interesting is that Kings Island today, it was like a Thursday in May, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going on Thursday in May. They're opening a little bit early. I'll get there. There won't be anybody there because it's a weekday in May, and it's not even Memorial Day yet. And like, nah, it's busy. There's hour-long lines,
On
and
a Thursday?
yeah, they have all these field trips from
I
school,
I
and
cl-
like,
I cleaned up Busch Gardens. They normally on Thursdays before Memorial Day at Busch Gardens. They're empty.
yeah.
They're empty.
Well, somehow Kings Island gets all these school groups from around Indiana and Ohio to go, and like they were dropping eggs off the Eiffel Tower to do like science demonstrations.
The physics test.
Yeah, and so like I'm like, could I go up in the Eiffel Tower? They're like, no, the kids are throwing eggs off the top. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to go. I don't want to get an egg dropped on me, And then their like credit card machine broke, so like I like couldn't buy any food. Luckily, I ate earlier, and then I left in the evening, and I got dinner. But they were like, you can only get a food or a drink if you have a season drink pass or a season food pass. So if you were like one of the tourists that were there for like the field trip, you aren't getting anything.
Oh no!
So I had a season drink cup, so I got my drink. I was happy. I was like, all right. The freestyle was mostly closed, so like I couldn't get like Powerade, so I had to settle for Diet Coke. But I like the freestyle because I can get the Powerade, especially when you're walking around a hot park. And it wasn't. It was pretty. It was the hottest day so far for me at an amusement park this year. It was like 77 and sunny. I got a little sun. But yeah, it seemed just as busy as pass holder day. I went on pass holder day when it was only supposed to be pass holders, and I'm like, there's this many pass holders? Like, it was like wall-to-wall people, hour-long lines. Now, the food lines weren't as bad, but then again, in the afternoon, the credit card machines went down, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. But yeah, it was about 45 minutes to an hour for most of the coasters. No Powerade. Well, you have to go to the freestyle to get the Powerade because they have the Coca-Cola machines there. They might have the regular Powerade at the fountain. I don't think they did though, but I have to drink like the diet because I'm diabetic. So I like to go to the freestyle machine and get the fruit punch Powerade Zero. That's what I was doing at Kings Island that one weekend. And then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get Powerade from now on instead of soda. Well, today I got soda, so. And now I'm drinking Zevia, which is stevia sweetened soda. But I also got a bottle of water. So there we go. Yeah, I told you Banshee was really rough. The Racer, like the Blue Train. I rode the Blue Train, and it was smooth, like butter smooth. They retracked the whole thing on the Racer this year. It's like all freshly painted. You can see it from all corners. It like looks
Mm.
like a brand new white wooden roller coaster. Now they've been retracking it the last 2 years. I think they did the red side the year before. I don't, but the blue side, phenomenal. So if you get there this year, I suggest the blue side. Because it was really really good, butter smooth.
There you go, butter smooth.
I stole that. um, what else did I ride today? I rode Adventure Express, which is my favorite mine train. I'm well, Big Thunder Mountain at Disney beats it, but there's not too many.
Yeah,
Like most seasonal theme parks don't have a mine train that beats Adventure Express.
yeah, they don't.
There's a mine train at Six Flags Fiesta Texas that's supposed to be pretty good. I know you've probably been on that one.
Yes, I did. I like it.
Is it as good as Adventure Express?
Does it have the ending part?
Well, the
But I
ending.
like, but Roadrunner Express, it does go along the quarry wall, so it makes it good.
Yeah. So Racer, Adventure Express, Banshee, Beast I rode. I
Did you
love the
ride at
Beast.
night? Did you ever ride at
No,
night?
they closed at 6 p.m. I
I'm talking about Gaffer. Did you ever ride it at night?
Yeah, I rode it at night on
Okay.
pass holder day. I rode it on that night way for decades. I've rode it at night many times.
Okay.
But the best is when you get ERT at night. You can just keep going on the Beast at night because the Beast at night is a premium experience. It really is. It is. And I got all these people that have only rode it during the day and they're like, the Beast is not that great. I'm like, it's different at night.
At night.
You have to ride it at night because it's 10 times better. I don't know how else to put that. I know it sounds like it won't be, but it is. It's 10 times better. It's literally that much better, the Beast. But it was a pretty good ride today during the day. I had a good ride. It is better at night, like I said. Orion. I rode Orion, and I sat in the 5th row, and I got more airtime than I did in the back or the front. Because I think that's my first time I sat in the middle. Because the last couple times I went, they kept putting me in like first row, second row, and then I got last row. So the middle, I felt it's a decent amount of airtime. I was shocked because I didn't think the ride had airtime from the other seats I was at. So that was surprising. It was running really well. I think Orion's underrated. I don't think it's the best Giga, but I do think it's underrated.
I agree.
Yeah, and Diamondback, which is my favorite hyper I've been on. Now I have not been on Mako, and I hear Mako could give it a run in for the money.
It
but
does.
but I don't know what I'll think until I ride it. Because I could ride it, and some people have different opinions than me. It's like a lot of people do. So I don't know what I'm gonna feel till I ride Mako. But Mako, I'm going with Blue Man. So I'm excited. It'll be
It's amazing.
and end of June. I'm going to SeaWorld with somebody that knows SeaWorld inside and out. So I am excited. The last time I was at SeaWorld, they only had Manta and Kraken, I think. So I rode those.
Yeah, they built that park up within the last 10 years.
Yeah, and Manta is a pretty good flying coaster. I'm not a fan of flying coasters. Like if I go to a park, there's a good chance I will not get on the flying coaster. But Manta I will get on for sure. Like that's a great one. It takes a lot to get me on Superman. You're probably not getting me on a Vekoma flyer. Manta, I would get on, no question. I'd probably jump on Tatsu because it's supposed to be better than Manta.
Tatsu kicks everyone's ass.
Yeah. Top 3 theme coasters based on theme. Go. Okay. For Bolton, which we were talking about earlier, fantastic ride at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, because the theming's there. You're asking theme, right? So I gotta answer with theme. Um, and let's see what else I want to pick. I hear a lot of good things about Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot, but I have not been on it,
Yes.
and I won't be on it until June. So I gotta go with Space Mountain at Disneyland, not Disney World. Big difference between the
Yeah.
two. The one at Disney World sucks. The one at Disneyland is great. So there's my three. You got three?
Yeah. Velocicoaster. Had one in mind. You said Revolta, which is very good. Shoot. I'm out of options. You said some of the good ones right there.
The huh.
Hogwarts. So the Hagrid's motorbike. Well, that Hagrid's adventure. I like it.
You like it? I hear very, very good things about it. I hear very good things about it from Rick. That's also in the chat. And I can't wait to ride it. I've not been on it yet. That's going to be June. So my June Florida trip is going to be hitting a lot of the heavy hitters, right? It's because I'm going to get on Tron. I'm going to get on...
Oh, yes, Tron.
I'm going to get on Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I'm going to get on Iron Gwazi. I'm going to get on Mako, Pipeline, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. I don't know what else is at SeaWorld that's like really big that I need to get on yet. I think those are the two biggest ones are Mako and Pipeline, but I think there's some other ones too. Yeah, Rick likes Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. Yeah, the one that I rode that they got rid of was Dragon Challenge because the creator of Harry Potter did not like Dragon Challenge, and so they got rid of it. So it's gone, and now it's Hagrid's. That was a great ride.
Yeah, I was lucky to ride it. I think the time I went there in 2017, Screamscape was saying that you might want to ride Dragon Challenge now. So I got the credits.
Well, hello again. Someone's addicted to going live already. I am just trying to grow the channel little by little. I want to grow the channel, and I have a podcast coming with the people I did the podcast with a couple days ago on Melon and Coaster Network. But I kind of want to do something here too, and I wanted to talk about CoasterMania, and CoasterMania is not a thing that's for Melon and Coaster Network. That's a whole. We have a whole different other Cedar Point event for that. But I wanted to talk about CoasterMania because I decided to go, and I got my ticket. It's sold out in like an hour. It's like very popular. This channel is great. I appreciate that, Rainwater Games. I miss your comments on my videos. Dueling Dragons. It was Dueling Dragons first. Then they changed the name to Dragon Challenge. So it was both. I wrote it as both. And since then, I haven't been back. The last time I was at Universal was 2013. So I'm excited to go. What is your favorite amusement park? Mine is Cedar Point. I also like Kings Island, and I've only been there one time a long time ago. Well, Jamie, what's your favorite amusement park?
Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Okay, if you have enough.
That's my home, and that's my baby.
What's your top three?
At the park or of all time?
Parks, theme parks, amusement parks, whatever. Top three, all time.
Third is Velocicoaster.
Well, you're talking about coasters. I'm talking theme parks.
Oh, parks. Well, I'm getting balloons.
I don't know how you got balloons. You must have clicked something.
I must have done something. Busch Gardens, of course, is number one. Cylinder to Kings Island. That's another one of my favorites. And Dollywood.
Dollywood? I could respect that for sure. New name equals new ride credit. I didn't count it on my credits twice. Dueling Dragons and Dragon Challenge. That's funny. That's funny. I like Dueling Dragons even better than the Hulk coaster. It was better than the Hulk coaster. Sorry to say, but it was. In my OP.
Yeah.
But the Hulk is the Hulk. They can't change it. That's a topic of its own.
Yeah.
My top 3 parks. Number 1 is Disneyland in California. Do not confuse that with the one in Florida because it's not the same. The one Disneyland in California is my favorite.
The land, Disneyland.
Disneyland is my favorite. Because that is theming. That is theming. It's charming. It's beautiful. It's everything I want, right? And they even got some adult thrills in there too, because they got the Indiana Jones, they got the better version of Space Mountain, they got the better version of Big Thunder Mountain, they got the Star Wars, like Disneyland. Okay. Number 2 is gonna be Busch Gardens Williamsburg, because it's just it's phenomenal at the theming, and it's got great roller coasters. Number 3 for me is going to be Kings Island. And the reason why is because it is the best. I feel it's the best, like that and King's Dominion both. They're really close. Kings Island's a little bit better. So like King's Dominion would be my number 4. But like Kings Island and King's Dominion, they're both very clean. They got theming as well as rides. They also have the beautiful International Street, which is just wonderful when you come in and when you're leaving at the night and it's all lit up with the fountains and everything. It's it's great. Perfect. They also both have good selection of rides, but Kings Island's rides, I think selections are a little bit better. There's 2 rides I really like at King's Dominion. Like, I like Twisted Timbers way more than Mystic Timbers, and I like Project 305. That's my favorite roller coaster ever. But like Kings Island's overall selection is better. Like, I could go to Kings Island. I could never get on Mystic Timbers if I don't want to, because I don't like it that much. And I could enjoy my day at Kings Island. I love it. That's fine. I'm just giving you my opinion. I always go for Disney. Yeah, I like Disney. It's great. Let my kids want to go to Nintendo Theme Park in California. It's coming to Florida.
Yeah.
The one in Florida is going to be better. The Epic Universe, that's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. I just went to Nintendo World in Universal Hollywood. I like it, but the park is landlocked and on a hill, so that's why it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it like the one in Japan does.
Yeah, they're getting the Donkey Kong roller coaster in Florida.
Yes.
And they're getting a Yoshi ride, I think. And they're getting the Mario Kart ride. Whereas I think California only has the Mario Kart ride.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Kings Island's operations are best. They really push the trains through fast. Kings Island is definitely quick. And they got a lot of help. They staff very well. And I will give it that. But it's busy, then all get out, man. It's busy all the time. It's going to have an extra Super Nintendo area, and as opposed to making it add on the existing park, they're making a whole new theme park. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Epic Universe.
Will do. Dude, you could ride Yoshi. I want to ride a Yoshi. Yeah.
Yoshi. I love the Yoshi character itself. That's very cute.
Here's the other thing. They're going to get a Pokemon section in Florida. It's going to be goodbye Simpsons, hello Pokemon. That's a rumor, but I'm pretty sure it's 100% true because the Simpsons deal is done. It's over. So
you know I'll be there for that one.
I know you will. Probably opening day, right?
Gotta be glory. We'll see what happens.
They actually have How to Train Your Dragon section, and I don't even know that movie, and that section looks great. I did a video on that water boat attraction that they're coming looks really good. Their show that they are bringing from that other park overseas that How to Train Your Dragon show. That looks phenomenal with the dragons coming in from the ceiling. Like that's absolutely great. Hold on. We got Fanatic. I remember this kid. I met him at Dollywood. He's remember he came with his family at Dollywood.
Yes, is that the one with the glasses?
Yeah, I think so.
I love that dude. He was there at my first MCN event at Sunspot Atlanta. Real good peoples.
KI is a 2-day park, hands down. Really enjoy it. Beast Night Ride is number 2 for night rides. So you must. What's your number 1 for night rides? Is it Voyage? I don't know.
Well, we're about to find out in 2 weeks.
Literally nobody was thinking that, so now it just got weird. What? I meant the Nintendo character. I'm confused. I'm so glad that you stopped by, Phantom Fanatic. I saw your channel. It looks really cool. I gotta come back and watch some more Voyage. I get to ride it at night in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Twice, because I get 2 nights of ERT for Hollywood Nights. Rainwater wants to go to Dollywood. I suggest you go to Dollywood. We had a great time at Dollywood. I had one of the best days I ever had at Dollywood, but it was thanks to all the people we were with. I think they really added to it. And there's a lot of good rides at Dollywood. I mean, I even like the family rides, like Big Bear Mountain. That's a phenomenal family roller coaster. They need to do more of those. Thoughts on Banshee at Kings Island? I am scared to ride. I went on Banshee opening day, and I absolutely loved it. Smooth as silk, great. Right now, I think it's a little rough, but I tend to sit into larger rider rows, which is row 4 or 5. So you may get a better experiences in row 1, 2, or 12, or whatever. So I would try up to the front or up to the back, because I know in the middle it's going to be a little jerky now. But it's not too bad. It's definitely tolerable. It's not like Rougarou at Cedar Point where it's not tolerable. You really like Banshee.
Freaking love that thing.
You love it. All right.
I love it. It's my favorite invert.
Hollywood Nights will be awesome with you. We will be there. That's awesome. I can't wait to see you again.
Yes. Can't wait to see y'all again.
Why did I just... I don't know the word. Do you know that word? Not? I don't know. Have you ridden Lightning Rod with the chain lift? Yes, we did. We rode that a couple weeks ago. We all did. Jamie was there, and
didn't make a difference. Still love the ride.
Didn't make a difference to you? See, I never rode it without it. That was my first time on Lightning Rod. I think I had 11 rides because I just got off. We had ERT, exclusive ride time on Lightning Rod at night. I did get to ride it in pitch dark. And half the time was where it was like dusk, and then the other half was dark. That ride is intense. Like it's deceivingly intense because there's no inversions or anything, but it's got some intense laterals. Like it's not as many laterals as Legend, which is a wooden coaster, of course, but Legend of Holiday World is known for its laterals, and they're intense laterals. But like
the Legend, that was summer coaster.
Lightning Rod has one lateral that's more intense than anything on Legend, but it's a lot shorter lived. It's not like lateral like Legend. You get that right off the drop, the first hill. I got some bruises on my thigh from Lightning Rod. But it's a fun ride. It definitely is a fun ride. And just be prepared to feel like the cart's going to tip over, because that's what it does on that lateral. It feels like that whole cart is just going to turn upside down, but it doesn't. What about you? You didn't feel that way? You're looking skeptical. It's okay if you don't. I'm just giving you my opinion. What do you think of Lightning Rod?
So I've been on it in 2021 with the launch, and I loved it. And then went back, but when I saw videos when ride reopened for this season. I don't know if it's because they have to do it in the morning per the park rules. The park, well, not the park. The video of the ride was slow because the coaster didn't warm up. That's why I did the short saying that doesn't matter. The ride ran great, launch or not, because it ran through so many cycles during the day that it got its speed up. That's all.
I just noticed your guess is the penguin. What up, Jamie?
Yo, 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 yo.
So, is TJ a member of MCN? Like, I've seen TJ in my chats. and what? You don't know? Or do you know?
We're about to find out. I think
Yeah,
mainly if I'm known as a penguin, then maybe you're part of
yeah.
MCN.
Rainwater Games says, rank these rides: Dragon Flyer, Tennessee Tornado, Wild Eagle, Lightning Rod. For me personally, and you left out my favorite ride at the park, which is Thunderhead.
In the head.
Number one is Thunderhead for me. Um, Number two, I think, is Big Bear Mountain for me. Number three is Lightning Rod. Number four is Tennessee Tornado. Number five would be Wild Eagle. Number six would be Mystery Mine. And number seven would be Dragon Flyer. And then below that would be that Fire Chaser Express that's just a painful ride for me. I don't enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my ranking of the Dollywood for you. Now, Jamie here is going to have a totally different list than me because we all have different likes. Because I know what his number one is. It's not the same as me. So,
Lightning Rod.
Yep.
Shoot. Oh, we're gonna be here all night. I'm just gonna go by quickness. Thunderhead. Wild Eagle. That's my top three. But there's not. Yeah, but they don't have any dull coasters there. I can write any of them all day long, and I won't complain about any of them.
Let's not forget about the Wolfman Dueling Coaster. Oh, Epic Universe, the Wolfman Coaster. That's going to be a good coaster, but it's not going to be as intense as something like Time Traveler. If you look at Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City or Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland in Belgium, those rides are the creme de la creme of those style rides. And what Universal's doing is a slower, more family-oriented version.
I think that's the Intamin they're putting in the Epic.
It's a Mac. It's a Mach spinner.
Mach. Okay.
Mach spinner.
I thought it was Inta.
Same as Time Traveler and Ride to Happiness. Yes, MCN member.
Yep. Penguin.
Oh, your picture is of like a husky or something. So like, I don't know.
Oh, so we have a wolf. There you go. He or she's a wolf.
So I could tell you're getting tired because you said something about all night. You were gonna be here all night. That's what you said. I guess we'll field some last second questions before we head out, so Jamie could get some rest.
No, I'm good. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go work till tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, well, you were saying you were tired. I thought so. Okay.
No. I was thinking wolves, so we're sealing. Let's go.
Let's go. Have you ever been to any other major roller coaster events besides what you've been with MCN?
I have.
You have? What you gone to?
So in 2020, August of 2020, it was moved. It's normally held in May before Hershey brought the park Keys to the Kingdom at Kentucky Kingdom.
Okay.
So I actually met up with some of the content creators. I met Taylor. I met Chris from Maritime Thrills. Midway Mayhem Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Coaster Kid and Coaster Dad.
Okay.
So I have been to an event like that. I don't think I've been to any other until MC. I think Prime saw me or heard about me a while ago. So I think he been dying to get me into his group for the longest, and ever since last year, I've been in his crew, and there we are.
I went to an event for Theme Park Review, which
Ooh.
was done by Rob Alvey, and that was
Mm-hmm.
it was the year Banshee opened at Kings Island. It was called Banshee Bash, and we got a tour of the behind the scenes of the Beast, which was phenomenal. I got pictures of the inner motor and like all that stuff. We got to walk back. It was great, and we got ERT on like everything in the park. That guy was like a phenomenal negotiator because you didn't just get an ERT on like one thing, you got ERT on everything.
Everything. Oh my.
Yeah. Favorite theme park snack of all time?
Should I say it?
Yeah, say whatever you want.
Cinnamon bread.
Cinnamon bread and Dollywood. All right. All right. For me, I would have to say pineapple Dole Whip float at
Disney.
Disney. Any of them. The float with the pineapple juice. That stuff's great. But see, there's times when you're not in the mood for the pineapple. But for the most part, overall, I gotta say that's probably my favorite. Um, I'm also gluten free, so my favorite thing is always usually what's available that's gluten free. You got gluten free chicken fingers, phenomenal. I'll have that. you know, beggars can't be choosers. Uh, Jamie, we originally met at Six Flags Georgia, and we were at Hershey together also.
I love Six Flags over Georgia. I mean, me personally, and that's not really counting our MCM meetup. My personal times at the park, every time I go there, I meet someone. I meet someone new. And when I went there last fall, I actually met up with you might have heard of him, Coaster J, Coasters and Travels. He was at Six Flags over Georgia, and literally an hour later, two other content creators met up with us. So at one point, it was four people riding Goliath Monster Mansion. We had a good time that evening.
What are all the coaches that's gonna be there again? You got coaches. Is this like a basketball like team meetup? Coasters, maybe he means coasters. What are the coasters that are going to be there? You got Donkey Kong, Wolfman, and you got to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, Starfall Racers is going to
Yeah.
be there. That's there, and what else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe that's it. You got to Train Your Dragon, Family Coaster, the Wolfman one, Donkey. Yeah, Donkey Kong, and the Harry Potter's a drop ride. The dragon, right, actually looks like a huge chunk of the park. Huh? I'm lost. Is there a dragon up by the hotel, maybe? Like a statue? I'm trying to remember.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be. Who knows?
Yeah. I haven't been to Hershey Park since 1990, I think. Like maybe 92.
Oh my! Time for you to go back.
My first roller coaster ever was the Comet at Hershey Park. And I rode it with my mother, and then I went by myself and I rode the Sidewinder, which is now Jolly Rancher Remix. And after I went on the Sidewinder, I didn't go on any roller coasters for like 2 to 4 years. I was like scared off. Like Comet was like, oh my god, I love roller coasters, and they went on Sidewinder, and I must have been like
I know.
too small or something. So like I was like, never again am I getting on a roller coaster. And after that, I didn't get any roller coasters until I went to Kings Island when I was a teenager. And of course, the Beast and the Vortex. Those were the big ones. Elephant Ear and Kings Island Blue Ice Cream.
The blue ice cream in Kings Island.
I haven't had it. I probably should have. I saw it like twice today. I looked right at it because they have it at
That's
the
their
Charlie.
specialty.
They have the Charlie Brown area, and they have it at the Banshee. But the Banshee has the swirl with the purple ice cream too.
Yeah.
Rick says the Simpsons donut.
Oh, the big donut. Oh, I seen that.
Is there some really good shish kebabs I had, but they changed the location and moved it to Dr. Seuss area? I don't know about shish kebabs at Universal. I know about the crepes. I know the crepes are a big deal. Do you know much about shish kebabs at Universal? No. All right.
I just eat whatever I'm in the mood for at Universal.
Off topic, but your answer is very important. What's your favorite board game?
I haven't played board games in forever. I might say Monopoly, but that might change.
I would say Clue. I like Clue a lot. I used to love Clue Master Detective, the more advanced version, when I was younger. I think mine is Blue Milk and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
I never had it.
I didn't have it, but I've been to Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. I'm about to go to the one at Disney World. I'm not that big of a fan of Star Wars, to be honest, but Rise of the Resistance is phenomenal. But I've only been on the one in California, but I think it's identical.
It is. I don't care which version I ride it. It's my favorite dark ride. It's one of my favorite dark rides I've ever been on.
Okay, we got a couple questions I missed here, and I'm going to go back down to Leslie. How to Train Your Dragon ride has a good long link to where you get to see majority of the epic universe when you're on the ride. Okay? Leslie says, what is your favorite merchandise to buy at Kings Island and Cedar Point? So, when I was at Kings Island today, I refrained from buying any merchandise. I was like, but my favorite thing to buy is they got these hooded t-shirt. They're long sleeve, but they're thin, and they got a hood. And I got one for the Beast, and I got one for Diamondback, and I love it because I could wear it even if it's hot outside. And I got a hood and all that other stuff. I like it.
Hold on.
As far as Cedar Point goes, when I was there, I had to buy a new drawstring bag to carry around the park because my Steel Vengeance bag. Hey, you got a Diamondback shirt.
Got that, Orion, and Mystic Timbers over the past few years.
Yeah. So you like the tie-dye shirts?
Mystic Timbers was tie-dye because when they first announced the ride, I wanted it so bad, but they didn't have it in my size, so I got it the next year. And Orion has, of course, the Space Fiend stars on the shirt.
Okay. At Cedar Point, what did I buy last time I was there? I ended up buying a Steel Vengeance shirt. It was like a comfy shirt that's like really comfortable, like a t-shirt. It said comfy style, and I bought that shirt. I liked it, but it depends. I gotta see, like I have to look and feel, and I like to buy things that like I think I'll wear or that I like a lot. So like it has to stand out to me. Like if my favorite roller coaster to park is Top Thrill 2 and I don't see Top Thrill 2 merch that stands out to me, but I see Steel Vengeance merch that stands out to me, I'll buy the Steel Vengeance merch even if I like Top Thrill 2 better than Steel Vengeance. And I'll just use that as an example. So I'm very picky. I like keychains sometimes, magnets.
Oh yeah, that's what I get.
But I am picky. I'm not gonna lie. Thoughts on Skyhawk at Cedar Point? Have you been on Skyhawk?
Skyhawk, is that the swimming swing?
I think it's a swing. Yeah, yeah. It's
I have not been on that
Isn't there
one.
one at
Oh,
there's one at Busch Gardens, isn't there?
yeah, Finnegan's. Oh, this is the
Finnegan's.
Orion. This is the Orion shirt that I have as well. Try and get the.
Let me see. Skyhawk Cedar
Yeah,
Point.
that's Ryan right there.
Yeah, it's like Finnegan's. Yeah.
Yeah, Finnegan's and Serengeti. Now I did have a video on Serengeti, but I have not been on Cedar Point's version.
Okay, but you liked Finnegan's?
Yeah, Finnegan's and Serengeti at both Busch Gardens.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's much different. I think they're the same. They're the same company that makes them. So it's just a different name. Just a different name. I don't get on too many flat rides. I need to like get on more. I'll be real about it. Skyhawk is the only screaming swing that scares me. The others are not the same. Okay, there you go. So Skyhawk scares him. Or her. I don't know.
Serengeti will scare you because I think they enhanced that one compared to the others. So Serengeti Flyer at Busch Tampa, which I had a video on, it does go like all so far back and so far forward during the cycle. So that will scare some people.
I'm him.
Hey, dude. Sorry, messed you up earlier.
See, I think I could guess at who it is, but I don't want to guess wrong. Because I think they're in my Facebook, but I don't want to guess wrong. I know there's somebody that has a first name that starts with a T and a middle initial J, and then a last name, that's not that. So maybe it's them.
We love you. We welcome to have
you. Oh, man. Yeah, I need to get on more flat rides. Oh, Terry Putnam.
Hey, that's my dude. Terry's a good guy.
All right, there you go. Now you know who it is. I need to get to know everybody's name 10 times over because I literally just joined a group and started making a whole bunch of content. I think I've been to one event and I see people and I'm so good at faces, but my names are so bad. I know Jamie because I talk to Jamie every damn day. But now I know TJ is Terry. I will remember because TJ's been in my streams. You watching basketball? I was trying to guess it. What's your?
Yeah, was it Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves just creamed the Nuggets.
I remember when those teams both sucked and you wouldn't even hear them being in the playoffs.
Exactly, and now it's gonna be a game 7 in the playoffs. Not the final round, but who's gonna get to the next round?
Yeah. Let's see. Do you think Top Thrill 2 will be open in June? I think that, and Jennifer, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We'll be ending the stream very shortly anyway. We appreciate you for coming by. Hey, anybody that's watching, if you enjoy the stream, please give a thumbs up. That helps. Appreciate it.
And subscribe to our channels. Mine's in the Samar description, and Kristen's as well. What you watching now?
I need to put yours in the description because I didn't know you were joining until after I already made the thing. Yeah. So put a link in the chat if you want to real quick. And then I'll put it in the description later. All right. There we go. Back to this question. Do I think Top Thrill 2 will be open in June? If I was betting money, and we're talking a small amount of money, like if I had $5 or $10 to bet, I think yes. And the reason I think yes is because they didn't count it out for CoasterMania yet. They said, if it's open, you'll get ERT on it. If it's not open, you won't. If there was no chance, I think they would just flat out say there's no chance. So I think there's a good chance that it'll be open in June. I would bet money on it. We'll see though. I'm not a coaster like engineer. I don't work for Zamperla. I don't work for Cedar Point. So take that for a grain of salt. But what I see right now, them testing it, them actually actively working on it, and it being still not stripped from the CoasterMania itinerary, I would say there's a good chance at it. It better be. I'm going in 2 weeks. Do you guys ever go to an indoor water park? I'm getting ready to go to Castaway Bay with my HPC provider, Marianne, before we go to Cedar Point on Tuesday. You know who did I saw a vlog recently on Castaway Bay. I think it was from Theme Park Worldwide. They're from Europe, but they came to Cedar Point. They came from Cedar Point for like 4 days, and they just did a vlog. I'm pretty sure it was on Castaway Bay. And so that might be worth watching. I'm not a water park person. Have you been to Castaway Bay, or do you go to indoor water parks?
I have not been to an indoor water park, even though I have been to American Dream Mall, but their admissions like $90 to go to their water park.
$90 to go to a water park?
$90 in an indoor mall
to go to a water park.
To go to the water park. That's why I have not been to that water park yet.
I have a problem paying $90 to even go into a regular park.
Their theme park is like $70, and I'm in no rush to go back because their tallest rod is barely even open.
Rainwater says thumbs up. I'll be going 2 weeks. We got that. I'm gonna call Zamperla tomorrow. Get the info. Good luck, man. Good luck with that. I'll see if they'll release it to you. It better be open this Tuesday. Top Thrill 2, I mean. That would be pretty cool, but I'm probably leaning on that one. Hey, you know what? We could call it Top Thrill 2 Tuesday. Or just call it Top Thrill Tuesday because the 2's in Tuesday. Y'all don't want to see me in the water park. I will make everyone scream and run and cover their eyes.
I don't know if anyone can scream then when you see Rasputia from Norbit.
Oh man, that one. We're gonna go. The weight limit is 300 pounds, and she's like, I don't weigh no 300 pounds. I weigh 165.
You'll see, give me that slide. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, so I was like, you'll see. And
you're looking at her, and there's no way she's 165. And man, see, that's even though I like openly just disclose my weight, I'm like at the same point, like you go to water parks and they like weigh you. They're like, you got to stand on the scale before you get on the ride. That's the other thing that like turns me off from water parks. I'm like, I don't want no people weighing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all. Oh wait, we already did that one. All right, Piplip James Parks. That's you. That's you.
Yeah, I was trying to put a comment up there, but that's my channel, and then that's my series I do.
All right, I will put the link up in the description here. We've been going for an hour 20. Isn't that crazy? An hour and 20 minutes. We've just been talking. It's been fun. It's been fun.
That's been.
Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to talk about. We talked about Top Thrill 2. It's probably, I would say it's likely to open up sooner than later based on what I'm seeing, but we don't know. Thank you. I appreciate that, Leslie. Very promising. I'm really excited for CoasterMania. I hope Top Thrill 2's open. I have been on it, so I guess I won't be heartbroken if it's not. But I would love that it was because I love that adrenaline, that rush. It's going to be my first CoasterMania, my first Hollywood Nights. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm gonna. I
Couple
don't.
nights.
I'm running myself ragged here. It's like they laid me off work, and I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to theme parks
Park,
nonstop.
park, 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 park.
Yeah, at some point, I'm gonna have to work. That is what? I don't know what you're
Fun.
saying. I
Probably
don't know.
fun.
Fun. Oh, okay. I have to say that I've been enjoying you live. Do more 9 to 5 so I can be distracted from work. I was live earlier today from Kings Island, and it was really weird because it would only let me do vertical video. And I was trying to figure out how could I, because I want to do live streams at the park, and I was trying to figure out how it would work. So I literally just went live and said, let's try this. And in some ways it was successful, in some ways it was a train wreck. I don't even know if it like posted to my site after the fact because the internet was so bad. But I think everybody that got to watch it live got to watch it. So that was cool. We'll see what happens next time. We'll see what happens next time. Anyway, join Piplup James' channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you can, and check out his channel. He's been doing some videos on Dollywood and Busch Gardens, and he's got a lot of cool content there. And then I'm getting tired. I could tell. It's like I just hit me like a ton of bricks because I was at Kings Island all day, and I'm like, if you haven't subscribed to Theme Park Plunge, please do. I have content coming every week, like multiple videos and shorts and all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody for watching. TJ and Rainwater and Leslie and Ricardo and Jennifer and Jackson and Phantom Fanatic, and I feel like I might be forgetting somebody, but a lot of people were here today, so I appreciate you all. It means a lot, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.